What's up guys, Sal here. So long gone are the days when phones were just phones. While phones were primarily used for making calls back in the day, now we use them for things like watching videos, browsing the web, playing games, listening to music and more. A couple of decades ago, if I had told you what smartphones of 2019 would be capable of, you would have called me crazy, and it's understandable. This all would have surely sounded like science fiction back then, but it happened. Today we're living the science fiction of 1999. And it turns out this is just the beginning. Smartphones can do much more than what we think they can do, and today I've discovered a tech that Samsung is working on that will surely change how we consume our smartphones. You see, Samsung has been pushing health-related apps and services in their flagships for years. They launched the S Health app with the Galaxy S2 and heart rate sensor with the Galaxy S5. And ever since, Samsung hasn't added major health-related hardware on their smartphones, but it looks like that might change coming forward. The spectrometer is what I'm talking about. Let's Go Digital has discovered a patent from Samsung that describes how a smartphone can serve as a spectrometer, which will help you determine your body fat percentage and moisture content of your skin. You can also measure how fresh the food is, the amount of sugar in fruits, the accurate nutrition value of food such as protein, fat, and carbohydrates. The heart rate and stress ratio can be measured as well. Also, it can distinguish between real and fake medicine. How does this work? The spectrometer, which will be placed at the side of the rear cameras, shines infrared light onto objects like fruit, medicine, and your skin, which penetrates the surface. The molecules from the object then send back the light in different ways, and this information gets beamed up to a database cloud where it's processed and analyzed, which is pretty cool. Some of you might say it's just a patent. Look, I totally understand. Companies file for patents all the time. Just because they filed one doesn't mean it's getting into the production line. But the reason I decided to cover this is for the fact that this smartphone already exists. Yes, it's from a company named Changhong. At CES 2017, Changhong H2 was launched as the first smartphone with a built-in spectrometer. The company showcased that you can measure how sweet an apple is or any other fruit. You can tell if a medicine is a fake one. You can also measure the moisture content of your skin to tell how healthy your skin actually is and more. During the presentation, the company said that a spectrometer will become just as important on a phone as the camera due to a vast number of applications. And I totally agree. This is something that actually improves the way we consume our smartphones and will be beneficial to anyone who cares about what goes inside their mouth or their health in general. And Samsung is the company that can bring this to the mainstream, and thankfully they already took the first step. Now, we still don't know on which Samsung flagship this spectrometer will end up on, but I hope it happens as soon as next year itself. Do let me know, what do you think? Do you think spectrometer is something that can become a must-have on a smartphone at some point? Let me know in the comments, and as always, I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out.